What is going on, my frosty friends? My name is Wintercasice, and welcome to HiveSwap FriendSim. Okay, so you guys know I am been waiting forever for HiveSwap's Part 2 to come out, which won't be... It will either be towards the end of this year or the beginning of 2020. I'm not sure yet, but I did find out that the creators of HiveSwap, they did create a DLC for the game called HiveSwap FriendSim. Well, I think it's FriendSim, which is a friend simulator. We're going to go ahead and try this out just because I liked HiveSwap so much that I definitely was willing to check out the developers to see what else they put out. They put out so many of this. I'm very interested. Let's go ahead and get started. Not really sure what to expect. Okay, so there's 3 volumes. Actually, there's, oh my goodness, 18 volumes. Which by the way, guys, like, each of these are like 50 cents each. So if you guys want to check it out, you certainly can. Volume 1 of Bloodthirst and Bratwurst. Okay, let's check it out. Let's see what it is. You have just crash landed on a planet called Alternia and staggered from the smoldering wreckage of your ship. Okay. You are now completely alone in a strange world. Fair enough. Desperate for information, for provisions, and possibly a bit of medical attention. Maybe just a little. But most of all, you are desperate for friendship. Honestly, I think friendship would be the last thing I'm looking for if I crashed on an alien planet. I think my main... Well, no, actually, that's not fair. That's not fair to say. But I think food, water, shelter, and medical supplies seem to be the first things on my list. Won't someone on this godforsaken rocket be your buddy? I don't know. Any weirdo will do. Hey, that's me. You're not that picky. I have standards? No, just kidding. Hang on. What's this now? Is someone approaching? Maybe. Oh my gosh. So we can either choose our Data Carmia or Demian Zikali. Demon Girl or Bratwurst? I like the little icons. You know what? That is a demon-looking bratwurst. Let's see if I can... You know what? I like her horns better. Let's see. Yes, someone is approaching. A strange, gray-skinned alien, clad in blue. Perhaps they will make for a good friend. Perhaps they will make for a good friend? Dear God. And just what are you supposed to be? Ah, God, I should have known. Your stammering reply eventually conveys that you are a lost traveler who is hungry and probably in need of some medical treatment. You're also really lonely and wouldn't mind making a new friend right about now. Oh my. Oh, how funny this is. How very droll. You want to be my friend? It's too much. This thing at my doorstep, wishing to know me in any capacity. The hilarity somehow escapes my ability to capture them with maniacal laughter. How rare. You apologize for your presumptuous request. You hang your head, turn around, and begin to walk away. And just what the fuck do you think you're doing? Jesus! Okay, maybe I might have to put a little bit of a warning that there's going to be cursing. Who invited you to leave? But you stop in your tracks obediently and turn to face her again. Your possibly broken ribs are throbbing in pain, but this does not strike you as a moment to exhibit weakness. Yeah, exhibiting weakness, not a good call right now. It dawns on me that we may have gotten off on the wrong sauterpod. Where are my manners? Ghastly behavior on my part, I would say. After all, it isn't your fault you seem to be some sort of hideous freak, is it? And such a tragic creature cannot be held responsible for such a devastating shortfall of social competence. I think she's talking down to us. That's kind of painful. I will weep for you, really. Except that crying out of 3 eyes at once gets a bit messy. So instead, I think I'll be saving my tears for someone less offensively worthless. Ow. You aren't sure if she's inviting you inside, or if she just got you to stay a little longer so she can insult you some more. I'm kind of leaning towards she's insulting me a bit more. You try to remain stoic while your confrontational new friend decides what to do with you. Unfortunately, you sniffle slightly. Oh my, oh dear, you're sad. So amusing to me, mildly endearing even. Perhaps I'll decide if it's endearing once I have more information. It's entirely possible I will retroactively decide it's disgusting. But for now, try to put yourself at ease, you completely pitiful fool. Not one more sniffle. Okay. Do you understand? Yes. You nod while practicing exemplary control over your nose. No, I'm just kidding. You have gotten yourself in so agitated. I wonder why. You have nothing to worry about from me. Of course, I will be your friend. Conditionally, I mean. There is a chance the designation will be formalized if you behave in a way that I'll approve of, starting now. Okay. Let's call it a friendship in progress. Agreed. I like the design. Like, honestly, HiveSwap has always done one thing really, really good, and that's the design work. Like, goodness gracious, that's so cool. She looks so cool, and the background is amazing. Your heart swells. This is what you've been waiting for. A new friend. Oh gosh, all you have to do now is try not to fuck up anything at all, possibly for many hours. Oh great. Well, I mean, you guys know me. When do I ever fuck things over? Come into my hive. This way, after me. You look like you could use some nourishment. I don't know what it is that whatever you are eats, generally, but it doesn't matter. You will eat whatever it is I have on hand, if I tell you to. How does that sound? Sounds good. How does it sound? It sounds fine, I guess. Nah, it sounds good. I'll do whatever you say. Obviously, it sounds good. You will definitely enjoy it. Well, I kind of see that there's not really much of a point to argue here. If I landed on landed on a strange planet and some person was offering me food, it'd be kind of hard to say no, even if I might not be edible to me. You will enjoy everything I provide you with, and tell you to do. I can't imagine any sort of negativity or disagreement coming from one of my friends. Fair enough. I will assume that we share this philosophy when it comes to friendship. You say, oh yes, absolutely. You nod as enthusiastically as you can without aggravating your broken ribs. Yeah, I think searching for a medical professional would be very important right now. You consider giving her a thumbs up as well until you realize one of your arms is probably broken too. You'll try to make sure she doesn't notice though. It would probably leave a bad impression. I'm pretty confident a broken arm, broken ribs, and several other injuries. Not a good thing. Might want to go see a doctor. Sorry about that, guys. Come with me. There's something I need your help with. Okay. You follow her into her hive. It's a bit gloomy in here. You suppose she's going to fix you something to eat soon, as promised. You pass through her kitchen and out of the other side to another room? Okay, you guess dinner can wait. This way. Try not to let any of your broken limbs slow you down. Well, I mean, you know, what happens if one breaks off? A good friend wouldn't allow such trifling physical ailments to cause me any inconvenience. Lady, I think me and you have different definitions of friendship. Oh, so you guess she does know you're injured. Fair enough. You hobble a little faster, though, through another door into a much darker room, and now down a flight of stairs. It's hard to see, though there are torches along the walls ahead. A monstrous noise rumbles below. Don't mind her. She's just hungry. She's always hungry, though. What's that? You're hungry too? I have forgotten. What sort of piece of shit friend do you take me for? You're good. You didn't remind her that you're hungry. You thought it though. Can she read your mind? You hope not. That's going to make this friendship in progress a bit awkward. Here we are. This is where you will be most useful to me as a friend. You look around with a sense of relief. You see no sign of whatever hungry thing was grumbling down here. You are less relieved to see several other kids trapped in cages of various shapes and sizes. What have I done? One of them makes eye contact with you. The boy is the same kind of alien as her, horns and all. He has a dark red symbol on his shirt. His expression seems to be to plead with you. He struggles to say, "Help." Your new friend looks unamused, twitches her fingers. "Help, blow," he says. Helplo, by which I mean hello, of course. Looks like you're the new friend in progress chosen by the great and beautiful Ardata. What have I done to myself, man? We're freaking in a... Did I just sign into a slave program? She's my savior, my reason for being. I am nothing without her. I'd hollow myself out and let her make a nest inside me if she'd permit it. What the frick? You turn away from this boy. You don't want to hear anything he has to say ever again. Don't mind him. He's always regarded himself as a comedian. Come over here. This is what I need your help with. If you're going to have any value to me as a friend. You're led to a dank corner, not dank, but dank. The old medieval wet kind of this. Well, you're going to call it like you see it. This dungeon. Yep, that's about it, right? Your new friend has a dungeon full of sad, suffering children, and presumably a monster lurking somewhere in here as well. It's not ideal. Then again, social beggars like you can't be choosers. I think I can find someone that's not a slave driver. I've been having an awful time with it. You can do it for me. It will save me time. You look at the thing in question. You doubt she's been having an awful time with it. You doubt this because it's still in its box, looking completely untouched since it was brought down here. It's a box containing a table? A table that looks ominously like it was designed to keep a person strapped to its surface. What the frick? I will need you to assemble it. Okay. Do I look like an IKEA worker? Here's a screwdriver in case you need it. I will assume other required tools are contained within the box. You take the screwdriver with your non-broken arm. This isn't exactly what you had in mind. You don't know what you had in mind, really. A warm meal, friendly banter? Perhaps a sling for your arm and a remedial balm for your ribs. Still, you open the box without protest. Dude, I am like such a tool. Hold on, before you start, this will make you for excellent content. My fans will appreciate this. Did I just bump into the alien YouTuber? She sets up a video recording device on a tripod and points it at you. A video feed comes to life and on several monitors just behind you. You see in one corner of a screen an unflattering angle of your torso hunched over the furniture box. Of course. Other rectangles contain shots of the other kids in cages around the room. You suppose cameras are pointing at them too. You had no idea this friendship came with the perk of instant stardom. For those of you guys who are watching this video, do you really think I got instant stardom because of this? Am I internet famous now? If this is what it takes to be internet famous, I think I'll pass. Now you may begin. She's suddenly sitting in a comfortable looking chair facing you and holding a chalice, swishing around some vicious liquid it contains. What the frick, man? You have all the parts spread out on the floor, organized according to their labels in the instructions. You try to remember the last time you assembled something like this. You don't recall enjoying it. To be perfectly honest, this doesn't look like it will be fun at all. She frowns conspicuously. Oh, how sad for you. I'm sorry. Is this activity not to your liking? You reassure her vigorously that, no, it actually looks amazing. You love shit like this. It's what you were born for, you say as you swoosh the screwdriver around, demonstrating your plainly evident skill with the tool. Forget the thing you just thought. Completely arbitrary and wrong thoughts pop into your head all the time. It meant nothing, you swear. Are we still thinking that she can read my mind? God, she looks like Frieza from Dragon Ball with that smile. Jesus. Yes, I hear that a lot. Continue. Oh my God, she can read my mind. You open a little bag full of screws. Jesus, there are like 50 screws in this thing. Where could most of these screws possibly even go? Judging from the picture, the table really doesn't seem that complicated. You look at your screwdriver, then study the screws. Every single one of them requires an Allen wrench. Does this come with an Allen wrench? The instruction seems to suggest it does. You look around, but you don't see one. Did you open the bag too forcefully? Did the Allen wrench go bouncing off into the dark crevice nearby? Maybe you lost some of the screws too. Damn it. You begin to sweat. You look around nervously. No, check underneath one of the parts. No, it's not under there. You grip the screwdriver a little tighter. You wonder what to do next. Get the hell out of there. Just do your best assembling the table. This is what friends are for. Okay, this is where we get the problem, guys. I feel like that no matter what I do, I won't be able to escape because of my injuries. She could just catch me. So I'll just do your best assembling the table. This is what friends are for. You decided it would be best to complain about the missing Allen wrench. Your friend would probably consider it bad form. He'll just make do and twist in all the screws by hand as best you can. Your broken arm isn't making this any easier. You favor the other one and prop pieces into place precariously, leaning against each other, while you nudge them into position with your legs so the screw holes align. It's really frustrating work. You're not going to lie. As you are twisting the first screw, the grooves slip and the screw gets stuck. But you've already turned it too tight. But it's hard to get it out. So you twist in reverse harder. Your fingers slip. The table pieces start to slide. They're going to fall. You react to catch them, but it's too late. The heavier piece tips over and slams into your broken ribs on its way to the floor. Great. Off to a great start. It hits the floor with your bag, and the stuck screw pops out and goes bouncing 10-15 feet away, settling deep underneath a piece of dungeon furniture. God, you're probably going to need to get that. You hear a light chuckle. Good. She takes another sip from her chalice and settles even more comfortably into her chair. Is she enjoying this? You think she's enjoying watching you struggle to put this stupid thing together. Maybe a little too much. Nevertheless, you continue. A friend is a friend, and you don't like to let your friends down. You committed yourself to this project. That one, I will admit, that is kind of me. Whenever I promise my friends something, I typically try to follow it to the absolute best of my abilities. And I always end up feeling really bad if I can't do it. Like, so I like, that's something that I can relate to this character with. But, like, other than that, this guy's a complete tool. You will get the screw out from under there a bit later. Maybe you need the final screw. You turn your attention back to the table pieces and try out a different strategy. You place the biggest part, the table platform, flat on the floor, with the legs would be pointing upwards if they were attached. You position one leg in the far right corner, right spot, in alignment with the holes. Sit on the table platform and steady with the legs on your feet. You grab another screw and concentrate. She sounds so pleased. It's strange. You admit for watching this sort of activity, you make someone so happy. But you also have to admit taking a certain pride in it. It's wonderful, actually, to feel useful, wanted, important even, if only somewhat menial, to a great new friend who has discovered a way for your talents to improve her life. Out of the corner of your eye, you notice one of the caged kids reaching out with his hands. He's concentrating. Then you notice the screw you lost slowly slide from under its hiding place. Nice. Everyone's working like a team now down here. Our daughter does not look at the kid, but sneers a bit. She reaches towards him, and he appears to have trouble breathing. After a moment, you notice the screw slowly slides back under the thing. She releases him from his breathing problems, resumes her pleasant expression, and takes another sip from her chalice. This is messed up, dude. You guess that was against the rules? You decide to make a note of it. Your friend runs a tight shipper down here. You respect that. Dude, she's a freaking slave driver. About an hour later, you have all four legs on, plus some of the other accoutrements attached. You wrestle mightily with the thing to get it upright, using only a good arm. You're using your only good arm. It seems she may have forgotten about the final missing screw. Though you doubt the table needs it, you decide you won't bring it up if she won't. You give it a test. It's pretty wobbly since you were only able to tighten the screws with your bare fingers, but again, she doesn't seem to mind. She reclines and has a look on her face which makes her appear absolutely enamored of your handiwork. She has finished her drink and the chalice is on the side table. Some awful looking thing crawls along the floor towards her. It looks like some sort of spider the size of an average dog. That's terrifying. Its abdomen is preposterously large, actually. You think it's a huge tick. You think it's a huge tick? That's what it looks like. It settles just in front of her. She puts her legs on top of it and crosses them. It settles under their weight. It settles under their weight and grumbles. Let's try it out, shall we? You shrug, sit on the rather rickety table, and you're about to lie down, but she interrupts you. No. You fool. You absolute fool. What do you think you're doing? That's not what it's meant for. Get up. You stand up, embarrassed. Again, without looking at the caged kid, she raises an arm towards him and beckons. He stares blankly and opens his own cage, which apparently wasn't locked. Question mark? He shuffles vacantly over to your table and lies down on its surface. She looks at you expectantly. You aren't sure what to do. What? You didn't think I'd be playing table stickball on the thing, did you? You aren't sure what table stickball is. I have no idea what it is. Sounds awesome, but I don't know what that is. Oh, you really are pretty simple, aren't you? Well, I am from Earth, so... It's like a miniature version of arena stickball played on a table. Stickball? Got it? You don't, but you nod. Now, go to it. You shackle the kid's arms and legs to the table. That seems to be the right thing to do since the thing comes fitted with shackles. She gets up, lifts her huge tick-like pet. It makes more grumpy noises. She plops the enormous thing right down on the kid's chest. He appears rendered unable to protest. The tick bites the boy's neck and begins to feed. She smiles and pats its swelling abdomen. Dark rust-colored blood. I knew it was the blood. It was the rust-colored blood. The rust blood characters. Man, they always get the short end of the stick in this game. From the place where it was attached to the boy's neck. Moments go by while she looks gratified by the process, proud almost. Then she looks at you expectantly. Well, you don't know what she means. The final screw? Aren't you going to retrieve it and screw it into wherever it needs to go? Sure. The job isn't done. I don't keep the company of many individuals who leave things unfinished, you know. I don't know how I feel about this. Of course! What were you thinking? You should have known your friend wouldn't let that go unnoticed. Actually, you feel like an idiot for thinking it would. I need a drink. Hold on a second, guys. Oh, God. You peer under the large end device. It's dark in there, and it goes back a ways. Lots of room for that darn little screw to roll. You take a few beautiful swipes with your good arm, but come up empty. It must be further back. You think you can see it. Yeah, that must be it. Just a little farther. You have an idea. A tool would be useful. Guess the screwdriver will come in handy after all. How did she know? Your new friend must be very wise. You think you're liking her more every minute. I'm not. I don't trust her. You grab the screwdriver and feel around with it. Yes, you got it. You think. You carefully scrape it close to yourself and then pick it up. You then go back to the table and find the one remaining hole that you left unscrewed. You slide under the table as a mechanic would with a car. There it is. The table is creaking, wobbling quite a bit now. The tick is really getting into its dinner, it seems. All the loose screws in the table have added up to a lot of give and leeway in the overall stability of the furnishing. Maybe the final screw will help. Our daughter has returned to the setup with the monitors. She's adjusting some settings on the feeds, controlling the zoom of the camera, and typing some remarks into a chat window. She's streaming this? Really? This is very good material today. It's not often that I can provide content of this caliber to my subscribers. To all my subscribers who are watching this video, I am so sorry. Go on, complete your project. This will be very good. You still think it's weird that she likes watching you put furniture together so much, but you're not one to judge friends. Sounds like a great way to lose friends, honestly. You screw in a final screw, but the stresses on the table are causing the holes to be misaligned. This won't be easy. The huge tick shifts its grotesque body above you, causing the table to creak loudly. You nervously slide halfway out from under the table to check it out. Then a loud pop Then the sound of scraping metal, 6 or 7 screws shoot out from the desk like rivets in a sinking submarine. What a piece of shit this thing is. You think a little too late. You really needed that Allen wrench. All 4 legs splay dramatically out from underneath it at once, like a baby deer on ice. The table platform comes down, crushing on your lower torso, breaking your pelvis. You bellow in pain and flail to pull yourself out. You forgot that you're still holding a screwdriver. In your desperate flailing, you plunge the screwdriver into the flat abdomen of the tick, which begins gushing rust blood with great force, spraying your entire upper body and face. The beast starts thrashing wildly and screaming. You can't see your new friend due to the blood in your eyes, but you can't imagine she's thrilled about what's going on here. Your annihilated pelvis is in perfect agony. You have to get your miserable torso out from under the shitty table. You have an idea. With your broken arm, you start slapping the big ass of the screaming tick while yelling, "Yeehaw!" You clutch the screwdriver handle with your other hand hard. The blood-gushing monster starts kicking and rearing, then blasts off across the dungeon floor like a pig at a rodeo. You hold on for dear life, still blind, but your plan works. You have pulled out from under the tomb you've spent the last hour constructing for yourself. Now pelvis is in ruins, but at least you're free now, and riding like the wind. As you and the blood-spewing tick go tearing around the room, crashing into stuff, you hear a boy crying. You guess Ardata became distracted enough by your foolish display to cease her paralyzation method on him. Or maybe distracted is the wrong word. Maybe she's disappointed by your foolishness? Oh god, you might be blowing it right now. The tick swerves suddenly and starts running upstairs. Ow, 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 your brittle pelvis feels every step of the way up. Your brittle pelvis feels every step on the way up. It careens through the rest of the hive, crashes through the front door, then comes to a sudden halt. You're catapulted violently over its backside and sail 50 yards through the air. Ow. You land on your ass and wipe the blood from your eyes. Okay, this was embarrassing, but everyone makes mistakes, right? You can still salvage this friendship. You know you can. I don't think so. I think we'll be lucky if we're not part of the slave trade. You turn back to look at her hive. Ardata is standing in her doorway with a furious look on her face. She's flipping you off. Of course she is. You'll not be my friend! Rejection. Ow. Well, guys, that was one half of Friendism. I feel like the decisions you make could have altered the ending of this game. I'm really interested in what I would have needed to do to make that friendship work. I kind of don't want to know, considering the fact that she treats you like crap. But this was a fun little game. This was nice. I might actually do another video on this just to see what it's like to befriend the guy with the hot dog. But, like, this is only one part. There's like 17 of these. If you guys do want to see more of this, please let me know in the comment section down below, or you could tweet at me at Wintercasice on Twitter, or you can message me on the Discord. All of those are a possibility. But for now, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, make sure you press down on that like button like there's no tomorrow. And hopefully, guys, I will get to see every single one of you in the next video. So make sure you take care, and you stay frosty.